Leaders rarely have time enough to do everything that demands their attention. There are goals to hit, staffs to manage, customers to keep happy, budgets to balance, and bosses to satisfy. And that's before we even get to partners, kids, and friends, each rightfully wanting a share of our attention. Time and energy are precious, too precious to waste. Some leaders make the mistake of thinking rest and recreation are luxuries they can't afford. But rest isn't a waste. It's protection against burnout. It may not look productive, but it restores us and keeps us going. The real drains, the true waste of time and energy, are what I call energy sponges. Unproductive habits that soak up our best efforts and leave us tired, but with nothing to show for it. So what are energy sponges? We all have them. Things like complaining and blaming, worrying and overanalyzing, making excuses and procrastinating, arguing when it only creates more resistance. Then there's pretending we know what we don't and pretending we're okay when we're not. They give us the illusion of doing something, but the truth is they accomplish nothing. For leaders, those are the unaffordable luxuries. In this video, we'll explore where our energy sponges come from, then learn to manage them to optimize our leadership energy. We'll use an exercise and a great example of a real leader who needed to break her energy sponging habits. Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Broom. Welcome to my leadership and self-mastery videos. Energy sponges don't just appear out of nowhere. At one point, they served us well. As kids, whining may have got us the toy we wanted. Procrastination meant someone else took out the trash. Arguing long enough eventually got mom or dad to give in. The trouble is that what worked then doesn't serve us now. Yet we hold on out of habit, and under stress, these habits surface with a vengeance. They're so ingrained that trying to get rid of them entirely isn't realistic. But we can shorten their lifespan, from wasting hours and days to only minutes or seconds. The first step is awareness. Often we don't even notice when we've slipped into an energy sponge. But when we do notice, we can deliberately choose not to stay there. Consider Dr. Audrey James. She runs a large data management firm. Her board chair suggested she work with me on her impatience and the problems it was causing. When we spoke, she told me her impatience came from an early boss whose style rubbed off on her. She also admitted she was constantly worrying about not getting enough done. I pointed out two energy sponges right away, impatience and worrying. We then walked through a two-part exercise. For the first part, I asked her to recall a time when she was at her very best. She told me about a board meeting where a new member challenged her as being too soft. In the past, she would have blasted back in anger, but this time she smiled, took a breath, and calmly replied, "Maybe it's my softness that generated a 75% revenue increase this year." The room went silent except for a couple of members that giggled. The challenger had nothing to say, and the chair with a smile moved the meeting on. She told me later how surprised she was at her calmness and how effective it had been, much more satisfying than her normal rush of anger. Now it's your turn. Think of a time when you were at your very best. Replay the moment in detail. How did it feel? Was it exciting, tense, calming? Then ask yourself, could you choose to be at your very best anytime you wanted? Most people first say, it depends. But with reflection, many realize that the answer is yes. You can be at your very best anytime you choose. Next, list your own energy sponges and see which one cost you the most. Then think of a recent time when it took over. What did it feel like? What were the physical sensations that would serve as warning signals that your sponge was upon you? Now, think of an upcoming situation where that sponge might show up again. Paying attention to your warning signal, what will you do differently if you choose to be at your best? Dr. James tried this for a meeting with her senior team. Just talking to me about it, she already noticed the tightness in her chest, her body's warning signal. In the meeting, when two of her VPs pushed back against her deadline, she felt her blood pressure start to rise. Normally, impatience would have taken over, but she paused, called a 5-minute break, and gave herself space to breathe and to choose. When the meeting resumed, she stayed calm, listened, and negotiated a clean path forward. She wasn't free of the fudge, but this time she managed it. It didn't manage her. In closing, time and energy are finite. As neat as we cannot afford to let them leak away into habits that no longer serve us. So, master your energy first. Practice the exercise. Then help your team members master theirs. That's how organizations don't just survive, they thrive. See you next time. Take care.